That's not so much quiet. Wow, that was the opposite of what I wanted to do with my camera. Dread, you're going to have to edit out most of this for the Spotify.
That's fine. Just clap really loud right before you start talking so I can see the spike. You know what I mean?
God, I can't. I don't know. I have this taped down, and it should
Like,
be
do
a
one of
lot
these.
better.
Well, I'm going to have to look at that one now, but... Yeah.
Alrighty then. Guess who is back? Hello and welcome to a Destiny Community Podcast for Guardians and a guest episode number 5, folks. Number 5. With me as always, I have VA.
Yes, I can drive a stick.
Selena.
Meow, meow.
And BC.
You can take away my house, all my tricks and toys. One thing you can't take away, I am Iron Man.
Okay, and we have a special guest this week. He's been asking to be on for over a year, even though this is our 5th episode. It's Boom. How's it going, Boom?
Yeah, just here.
Okay. BC, we are still not on Discord. Is that a fact?
That is true, but we are now on Spotify and have a sponsor, so I'm actually working on figuring out how to work that. So our sponsor is Anchor. From what I understand, it's an app that we can use kind of the same way we use Discord, and hopefully we'll be on Anchor soon, and you'll be able to see us.
I think Anchor is audio only, like Spotify, and it's a free app, though. And they distribute it to different spots like Spotify or Apple Podcasts, and maybe even iHeartRadio. So we definitely got to look into it. And yeah, that's a thing. Okay, the award for the best emote from last week, because we were not on Discord. We had to hang out in the tower for an hour and just look like idiots doing emotes. The winner, it's a tie. I couldn't decide. It's a tie between Selena and VA. For your Harry Potter invisible cloak that you wore. And you had a mute must have been on too, because we couldn't hear you.
Competitive ostrich racing comes but like once in a blue moon.
It was an invitational. Invitational, yeah. How'd you guys do? Any ribbons?
No? Well, VA.
VA, did you place in the top 3 in any event? It's a whole weekend thing, kind of.
Sadly, no.
Okay. Better luck next year.
We had wagers going, so I said that you were going to cheat and that you were going to take your broom and shove it in between Selena's ostrich's legs while it was running. Did this happen?
I hate to disappoint, but I try to compete with honor. So no.
But we also said that Selena, being a cat, would land on her feet.
Well, actually, being a cat, I kind of mauled my ostrich. It's just a large bird, right? That's what I thought. I mean, they all started running, and there were feathers in my face, and VA was out ahead, and I think I actually spooked. I mean, thank you, VA, for not, wanting to... But
I have a prediction.
I spooked her ostrich, but yeah.
I have a prediction right now. Boom's going, why did I agree to this? That's what Boom's saying right now.
Not true.
Good, because the first segment of the podcast is the interview. BC, you're up.
All right, so let me get everything together here. Okay, pull everything up. Crap, I lost it all. Ah, well. Let's start anyway, off the top. So, Boom.
Yes, sir.
You happen to be in our clan, and you do a lot of kind of sherpering with the clan and running through raids. What draws you to doing that and actually being such an active clan member trying to pull people through these activities?
I believe you're only as strong as your weakest link, but if everyone knows what they're doing and learns the right steps on how to do it, then there's not really many weak links.
Okay, so it's kind of a Three Musketeers vibe there,
Yeah.
All for one and one for all?
Pretty much.
Okay. And with spending so much time gaming, kind of, if you don't mind me asking, like, what's your personal life like? Like, what do you do for a living?
Well, after I got out of the army, I spent some time jumping from job to job, but kind of fell into one I love now, which is personalized private home care for the elderly and disabled, like hospice care and stuff like that.
Well, I'm going to have to say thank you on two fronts. Thank you for your service, and thank you for the care you provide. I've had to deal with hospice care personally, and my father is actually in that field as well. So I know it's a lot of work. It's not necessarily easy, but you provide a wonderful service. So thank you very much for that. Um, to move on, let's move into a little bit more game oriented information. So, what's your favorite content? I know I said I've seen you do a lot of raids, but is that kind of your favorite content, or is there something else that you like?
I'm gonna have to say either raids or the dungeons, just because it requires a team, and you know, you play Destiny because it's a multiplayer game. You didn't buy it to do solo stuff, so I prefer
Okay.
working with a team, and it's just a better vibe there for me.
Okay, okay. Like that. Definitely, community is a big thing with Destiny. So that's wonderful. Um, about now, when it comes to this, I'm gonna let you know this is a dangerous question. So you might want to be careful with your answer because we have a number toter here on our in our podcast. But about how much time do you think you spend on Destiny?
Speaking bluntly, way too much. I
What do you,
spend roughly half a day on Destiny just trying to help people in the clan or, you know, stuff like that.
do you have any stats, any numbers you want to tote for us?
I've got roughly, I think I'm almost up to 3,000 hours game played in just Destiny 2 alone. Um, most of it is raids, which I think I have about 500 hours in raids alone.
Casual.
Ooh. Oh, I was gonna say he's coming
Wow.
for you, Shady, but
I have almost
Shady's
double.
throwing out casual.
I have almost
Yeah,
double
so how
hours.
much is in raids, Shady?
Yeah, how
About
much is that in raids and Crucible?
0.5% and 0.4 of that was TARDIS fan doing them for me.
Yeah, I run all my own
Yeah.
stuff.
Ooh,
I still
shots
get the guns.
fired.
I still get the guns.
Shots fired, gauntlets thrown. All right, here's a really good question with everything that's going on, especially since we have somebody taking over for Luke Smith. If you had the opportunity to ask the devs one question, what would it be?
Why the heck did they change Crucible?
Nice.
Why did they take it out of skill
Jump
based
in.
and make it connection based?
Oh, amen. I'd pay
For
for
sure,
that
for sure.
for answers with that one.
I'm rocking a 1.2 KD on trials, regular Crucible comp. It's all pretty much the same for me, and I'm fighting people who have 3.0 KDs, and I'm just getting wrecked, and it makes it not fun. Makes me not want to do it anymore.
So speaking of that, even without the changes, prior to the changes that they made here, um, going from skill based to connection based, since you seem to be into your stats with Crucible, how do you feel about some of the talks that are going around about the background manipulation? So it tries to keep you around a 50% win ratio.
Uh, I'm gonna have to say that's not entirely true. I feel like that stat is kind of padded by the streamers and like the YouTube streamers, the Twitch streamers, stuff like that. They seem to really listen to them more. So if there's like any sort of complaint, the devs will immediately jump on what they say compared to the average gamer when it comes to Crucible.
Okay. So you feel like your numbers are lower than 50%?
Yes.
Or okay.
Oh, they're much lower. Like, I want to say last time I looked on the actual Destiny website, I was at like a 30% win rate.
Okay.
I mean, I still pull 20 plus kills a game, but I just get paired with people who are sitting AFK in spawns, or just the other team is just that much more superior than my team. I feel like it's just stasis is still a big issue with Warlocks because of the recent buff and the nerf to Hunters and Titans. I just feel like it's so unbalanced that it makes it just almost unplayable for the average player.
Boom, do you think that stasis has made Crucible in general, regardless of class, an unplayable mode?
Very much so.
I do. You can't go 10 feet without getting frozen. It's incredible.
It's just Duskfield grenades and Titan supers, or Titans that can skate across the map in a matter of 3.5 seconds from spawn to spawn. It's just
but sliding
so
Titan's
broken.
not fun.
No, especially when they can launch you halfway across the map, and then they just turn around and just punch somebody else with the same exact move because they get it back so quick.
All right, Boom, you got something? You got a question for us, Boom?
I do. What made all of you join the clan? Dads of Destiny.
Ooh.
You gotta call out who answers first.
I was gonna say.
We'll go down the line here, VA.
Dads of Destiny in general is because I like their motto of family, work, fun. Specifically through Rocket Sauce, you were one of the people that made me choose this clan.
I appreciate that.
Because of your spirit of helping people.
Always. How about BC?
Actually, I joined DoD in Destiny 1 because at the time I was going through a rough spot in my life, and they were running a streamathon to donate the proceeds to a different member of DoD for one of their family members.
Breeze Easy? Was it the Breeze Easy stream?
It might have been.
Okay.
But it was just one of those. It was one of those things to see that, and to see that kind of community and that action for for somebody that, majority of the people didn't even know, just happened to be a member of the same clan, and for them to, do a stream to raise money to help with medical expenses. I was sold. And so the first clan that I ever joined in Destiny was DoD Ronin Dark. Sadly enough, they disbanded at the beginning of D2, so I had to find a new home, but stayed in. After a while, ended up coming back to DoD and loving it ever since.
Good to hear. I'm glad you're where you're at now, by the way. Celine, how about you?
Actually, I think I followed people to DoD. But it was a situation where I think people that it was Dim and Mish and, BC and a bunch of people who we were all, like, friends with, ended up, like, getting together with a bunch of guys from DoD, I think, just randomly. I think typically is kind of how it works. And then our clan kind of started, and we decided to petition for acceptance into the mighty DoD clan. So we were lucky enough to be accepted in, and it has been awesome. So that's
Awesome.
good.
How about you, Shady?
Well, BC's been one of my close friends forever, and he was trying to recruit me over there, and I had no problem with it. I know the origins of DoD. One of the podcasts that I have been watching for 3 or 4 years, one of the members there, Poet Bear, was one of the founders of Dads of Destiny because he's a school principal at the time. He could only play Destiny 2 to 5 hours a week. I can't imagine that. I mean, that's I was going to the bathroom. I play that on the way to the bathroom. But he, wanted family first, and then find your gaming time. He has to prioritize what time he has to game, and he's like a really nice guy. And I was happy to be invited to any branch of Dads of Destiny, and I am a dad, so if I fit right in.
Awesome. I like that.
Did everyone?
Think so.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. Boom, did you answer?
What's that?
Answer your own question.
Answer my own question. Okay.
Ping pong, right back to him.
Okay. Before I joined DoD, I was actually the leader of a clan of about 70-ish people. Just drama, a bunch of stuff happened, and I wanted something a little bit more friendly, something else that would work around my schedule for work and just life in general. And found out that DoD is a thing and hopped on board, took my closest friends with me.
Nice. Abandoned ship.
Well, no, I set up leaders and stuff like that beforehand. Who says the captain has to go down
with the ship? No, I know.
Well, at least you're a responsible, clan leader that rolled out. And, tried to keep it going, before you bailed.
We were active from, I think, I started that clan within the first 2 weeks of Destiny 2's launch. And we lasted until last season before.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It was just too much drama, a little bit testosterone issues, young kids, stuff like that. I just couldn't handle it anymore as a leader, trying to get everything going, keeping everyone happy, and so I decided to go somewhere else where my skills would be needed and appreciated.
Outstanding, BC.
Well, they're most appreciated.
That could be one of the best interviews we've had so far.
I liked it. It was a nice balance. Thank you.
Boom, you came prepared.
Much.
I'm impressed.
I do my best.
Okay, up next is the roundtable discussion, and this category or question came from Boom. So I'm not sure if any one of us can answer this, but Boom. But there is a
don't count on
mechanic in Destiny now that's actually challenging in the PvE part. Boom.
The Grandmaster Nightfall. So pretty much it's kind of the end-all be-all of PvE. It's where you go to really challenge yourself, since raids are kind of too easy anymore. I've taken, oh god, I don't know how many people through them now in the clan. Just last, I think 2 weeks ago was Arms Dealer Grandmaster. I think I ran 5 newbies through it.
Yeah, that was last week. Yep.
Yeah, last week. Thank you, VA. But I mean, they're definitely challenging, especially this week. It's been kicking me around a bit.
What part's challenging? Is it way too many ads, or the boss just a bullet spell?
I mean, there's like 30 champions, 2 tanks, the incinerators that can one-shot you. Because this week is unfortunately contestant mode, which means pretty much everyone, as soon as you load in, doesn't matter your previous light level, you are all only 1325.
Huh.
Ooh.
Which is 25 lower than cap, because you have to be 1350 for Grandmaster.
I love how Bungie makes you work to get to a certain point and then takes it away from you.
Yep,
That's
they
brilliant.
do love doing that.
Just for funsies.
It's like buying your 16-year-old a car and saying, "Oh, you're late. You're 5 minutes late from getting home. The car's mine now." It's like, why?
Yep.
Why do it?
The other cool feature is you see it now more in the Lost Sectors. The Legend Lost Sectors is limited lives. So if you're trying to be a hero and get killed, not only can you not respawn, you have to be revived. You waste precious lives. So it's kind of a definitely pay attention, watch your surroundings, especially since there's no mini map.
That's me at
Yes.
least. I'm like, I take it slow and use ranged.
Take it,
And
kind of take it slow, but you do only have 45
you
minutes
do
to
only have
complete it.
time.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. You can only go but so
true.
slow
Yeah.
and carefully.
It's true.
So I've seen, I'll throw my 2 cents in. I have not done one yet because I am a bit low on light level, but I've seen a lot of different videos on YouTube with cheese spots. Since you run through it a lot, do you use the cheese spots or do you play straight through?
First of all, they actually patched those already. That was the update beginning of the week, the like 18 megabyte update. They patched it so you can't anymore.
Okay.
But me personally, I prefer not to try to use a bunch of cheeses in the game. It seems like it defeats the purpose of even playing it. If I can't do it legitimately, then what's the point? I feel much better completing it as is than having to cheat and win. That's like winning a race by kicking everyone else over.
Especially something like the Grandmaster.
It's going to the lighthouse by cheating, and it's just...
Yeah, see, that's
But
like when
we
Trials
spend-
members
We
cheat.
spend a lot of money on this game. We should have a choice.
I mean, true,
I'm
and
all-
that's
I'm
why
all
I don't knock
challenging.
anyone who does
You
it.
give me a fire team, give me Selena and BC, and give us a really hard task, and we may fail a couple times, but we'll get there and we'll feel good. But if I want to solo it on some cheese, because the drop rate is 1 in 2,000, I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I understand that. I mean, I used kind of a cheese when I had to do the solo dungeons, but the flawless solo dungeons. I used the cheese or two just to get through it because legitimately it was a headache.
/ impossible. It's not.
Gotcha.
It's not impossible. I mean, I'll put the title on.
I've
No,
never done a
obviously.
Grandmaster Nightfall, so I have no idea what you guys are talking about. I just don't need it. But
Here you go.
good topic. Did
We
VA get
lost.
kicked?
We lost
got
VA.
Okay, well, there we go.
There she is.
Oh,
That was
she's
fast.
back.
How do we know it's the same VA witch, though? It could be somebody totally different.
Oh, my audio is kind of iffy tonight on the chat, so
We're not listening to you anyway. It
if I
doesn't
can get
matter.
a little better.
Oh,
Just kidding. I love having you here, VA. Be here every week,
Oh,
please.
snap.
Okay, up next we have Selena's segment. Selena, what's your segment called?
hot topics.
What's your hot topic for this week?
So I don't know if this is actually a hot topic. I could be like
You're the hot
ill-informed,
topic.
uninformed. Yeah, I
You're
know.
the
right?
commissioner, so it is because
Boom.
you say so.
Boom. Oh, okay. I get it. Nice. Hot topics. So this is actually kind of like a dual meaning hot topic for me, because my hot topic is now that we have had some time to mourn. You're gonna hate me for this, Boom.
Don't you
Mourn the
dare.
passing of.
No, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be here anymore.
He's gonna leave. Where are you going?
He
We've
went and
had
sat
some
in a
time.
corner.
We've had some time to mourn the passing of
Not
Kate
enough.
Six. Not enough for some people, but we've had some time. So it likely goes to wonder, like, who is going to be our next Hunter Vanguard?
Right here.
Are you saying
Me.
you? Spooderman? Spooderman? Okay. Yeah, no. Personally, I think we are all thinking the same thing, or at least we all.
Unfortunately.
I know. But I don't know that it's been made official. I think we're all just thinking that, and maybe Bungie will, throw us.
I think we have another season or two before that happens.
I think it's a season.
There's got to be a little bit more development, but yeah, it's pretty much a done deal.
It's happening. It's happening.
On that, Cade's mission. If you did Cade's special mission for after his death, you do realize that he said whoever kills him, Hunter or not, they will be the next Hunter Vanguard. That is his ruling.
Mm-hmm.
And it just happens to be another Hunter Vanguard.
Okay.
Yep.
You are like
Hunter's
accepting
Dare,
of the lore at least.
Oh yeah, no, the Vanguard Dare. That's what it is.
Vanguard Dare. Thank you.
You are begrudgingly accepting of the lore.
I think a lot of people are begrudgingly accepting of the writing on the walls.
He's wormed his sexy little way into my heart. That's for sure. Hey
well,
man, anybody come
Bungie.
down here and check out this man's package? P.S. Sorry.
Whoa.
He has a large box down here delivered from UPS, I believe. Yes. Has everybody seen it?
I gotta call the elephant in the room. Who are we talking about? People that don't know everything.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am sorry, people who don't
know
everything.
We are talking about
the Crow. A.K.A. formerly known as...
I was going to say
the artist known as Aldrin Sov.
Yeah.
So following the lore, Aldrin killed Cade. Crow is somebody different.
True. Well,
yes.
Most
Technically.
Of us
Technically.
Now, if you take an egg and make an omelet, is it
and
that
even by
different?
the Vanguard's rules, though.
No,
that's
because all of his essence, all of his eggy essence was taken away from him and then put in with new eggy essence.
Okay, if you had an emote where you could hug the crow, would you?
Yes, at this point, after what he's been doing for Zavala this season, I would.
Bungie's smart. They're waiting for the crow to do us enough favors for us to forget that he killed Cade. It's
not the same guy.
Aldrin killed Cade. Crow did not. I mean, even by the Vanguard's own rules.
Same shell. Doesn't matter. He's a bad guy.
But yeah, same shell, different eggy essence.
Wow, different eggy essence is going to be the name of this video.
I'm sorry.
You watch my feed tomorrow.
He was a Decepticon.
A different eggy essence.
So was there any dissension though? Was there? I mean, there is possibilities that oh goodness, Elsie's sister. Why can't I think of her name?
Anna.
Bray. Thank you.
She's disappeared though, and she's too worried about.
She's too worried about Rasputin to be worried about it. I don't see her. I don't see her
either. It's obvious. In my eyes, it's obvious it's going to be Crow.
She's a renegade. I mean, yes, which is kind of like what Kate was in a way, but I don't think that's what the Hunters need right now. I think the Hunters need a present leader to guide them at this point, because they've been so. I mean, you think about it; they've been unmoored now for what, almost 3 years.
Not long enough.
You're just so bitter.
I mean, sadly enough, being a warlock, we haven't been in much better position because our Vanguard has just decided to not
keep out of the horizon.
So Bungie silenced her.
Listen, she makes sandwiches in the tower. She's useful.
Stop it! But I bet she does make killer sandwiches if she does make sandwiches. But she ain't making sandwiches for a man. She's making sandwiches for herself. Thank you very much.
She's making sandwiches for everybody because she's nice.
Sandwiches.
Now, this is a real life question. Do you think that they diminished Ikora's role because she was pissed that Cade was killed off? Because they are friends in real life.
She was more accepting of it than
they were both on
Firefly.
So they worked together in the past.
Oh,
okay, now you're taking it out of the universe. You're taking it out of the universe because
I am. That's why I said real life.
And honestly, I don't think so because Ikora was already put towards the back seat by First.
Because she was afraid because in the very beginning she lost her light, so it made her. They branded her as kind of a coward. It seemed like to me anyway.
She's much more
No,
That's kinda
cautious
sad.
about her
it is
actions.
sad.
Yeah, that's a better way to put it. Yeah, which
Now,
You know,
Kate,
kind of like Zavala's, and I think just as cautious in a different way. Like Ikora is more personally cautious for her actions versus Zavala is looking through, you know, the
Well, I mean,
He's like
spyglass of
tactically
everything.
cautious.
Yeah, tactically cautious to everybody, which is, I think,
she
hamstrung
can
the Vanguard a bit.
if
no,
she can mess up Shax like she did, I would want her in my fire team.
True.
Seriously?
That's hilarious, yeah.
True.
not
She's
to
the
go
only
down,
one who's ever
not,
beat Shax.
not to go
Yeah,
down
that's
Lore
how he
Street,
broke his horn.
but
Yep.
Bungie had plans to kill Kate off in D1. They didn't realize the popularity of him, so they kept him around as long as possible. I think
He's
it
the
was a
only reason
financial
I
issue.
played the game.
It was a financial issue. I remember seeing a trailer where the Crow was like pointing a gun at your D1 Guardian, going, "Why is this whole city giving me heat?" Because he had killed Cade. He didn't know.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Oh,
they
yeah?
said that they're reusing a lot of the story beats
Hmm.
from D1 that got scrapped at the last minute into the last
A lot
few
of locations
seasons
too.
and
Yeah.
locations now that they are no longer beholden to, Activision or really anybody. They can chart their own path, and I think Bungie, in some ways, storytelling wise, is better for their divorce from Activision.
Hmm.
But time will tell if losing those resources, I think, was a good choice.
So
Was a good trade.
to nip this in
I
the
have
bud,
a question.
we're halfway through the podcast, and we're halfway through the material. So, Selena, this not hot topic you were wondering, it's a very hot topic. It's sizzling. It's glowing red hot topic. But
No,
BC,
come
did you have one final comment on the hot
I
topic?
do. I have one final question, comment. Since we are in the helm, where the Crow is, what are your takes on him whistling Savathan's song?
Mm.
I've heard so much about
You-
this. Y'all are taking
You already
it.
know how I feel about it.
Y'all
I
are
It's a
think
taking
catchy.
it.
It's a
an
catchy
Easter
tune.
egg.
You can't get out of
It
your
is.
My
but I think
answer
it's
is
just an
not
Easter egg.
PC, so
Yes. That's
You
exactly
have
what
to
I
tell-
think.
tell the
Thank
actor.
you, VA.
My only question
I
for
think,
Bungie
yeah.
when it comes to the Crow,
I don't think
why
it-
can't we get the Crow's cloak? I want the Crow's cloak.
Oh, totally, yes.
Because you're not the crow, and it's
I
a
w-
crow.
Like, hey, you
I
got
have
a
Cade
promotion, so
6's
give us your
cloak
cool loot.
in my pool. I can put on his. I can put on everybody else's. I don't have Crows. I want Crows. Bungie, hello, Bungie. I want Crow's cloak available. I'll do a
my
raid for it.
gosh.
Bite your tongue about a raid. Ooh.
Okay, Selena, do you want to wrap up your segment here? You say
I'm
what
gonna
it
go
is.
on
You
Cade.
say what it is.
Other than, I'm really being excited about was it 2 weeks ago where we got the cutscene with the crow, basically doing the thing
Okay.
and saving what's his face and
Nice.
I don't know, spoilers, I guess,
And
if somebody
and
hasn't
the
done
name
it
of your segment is.
Hot Topics.
There we go. That's a transition. VA, you are up. What is your segment called?
Top 3. And for
Ooh.
this week, top 3 is, what is your favorite food or drink to consume while gaming, D2 or otherwise?
Wow. VA, why don't you
Depends
go
on the-
first? VA goes first because she knew the answer hours ago.
Ah,
Set the tone. Set the tone.
Yeah, figures. So I like to consume my hard cider for beverage, and then for food I like to either munch on some Cheez-Its or Klondike bars.
Wow.
Nice.
what would you do for
I
a
know,
Klondike
seriously.
bar?
I was dissed that one, but at this point now, yeah, Klondike Crunchy is my evening crack. So
Nice.
Okay, I guess I'll go.
So there's mine.
I have my water bottle that has some water in it, so it's not a total lie. But it's a usually some kind of a sports drink, Crystal Light or Mio flavored water with vodka. So that's why my gameplay gets progressively worse
Vodka.
as the time goes on.
Nah.
For snack, any kind of chip. I like jalapeno Pringles, or when it comes to sweets, Swedish Fish or Skittles are very popular.
Hmm.
And tropical Sour Patch Kids. Those are awesome.
Oh.
yes.
No, no, the watermelon ones. Watermelon Sour Patch. That's my favorite. BC?
So, for me, depending on the time of day, but majority of the time it's vodka, whether it be a vodka martini or just
I'm
straight
getting
vodka.
so tired of being your hero,
Or,
BC.
you know, if it's in the morning, a vodka OJ, you know, just
You
like get that
know,
vitamin C in there, be responsible.
just sometimes, yeah, but most of the times it's usually some kind of vodka if I have a drink. But I mean, I play for grown-up time. This is what I do to relax, so why not have a relaxing drink?
No one's judging.
Here.
Who cares?
Snacks? I generally don't eat when I'm gaming because I don't like having crumbs or grease on my hands, like from chips and stuff when I'm playing. So, and then if I'm talking to people, then I have to keep muting the mic because I don't want to chew in people's ears. So,
Thank you for that.
I usually don't eat while I
Right now,
game.
Dred's going, what's wrong with
It's a
that?
gaming faux pas in case anybody doesn't know that. Do not, like, to mute yourself if you're eating. Nobody wants to hear you chew your
And
food.
let people know that
Please.
you're muting because you're chomping on food as opposed to, where'd so-and-so go? They're not talking. They've been awfully quiet. I've gotten that one. People are like, I haven't heard VA in a while. Is she still
Yeah.
here?
But then you
I'm
can
not a
unmute
quiet
yourself real
gamer.
quick, and I understand, you know, if, like,
Yeah.
you know, just be like, hey, I'm eating, and then mute yourself again. Like,
Selena, you got an answer?
yeah, I'm kind of along the lines with BC. I don't really like to eat while I game. Although I do get these peanut butter pretzel bites from Aldi that are amazing, and they're not greasy, which is the main thing. Because I hate like sticking my hand into something and then onto my controller, and then my
yeah.
controller's all slippy slidey, and I'm like, ah. But as far as the other two, definitely some form of sugar-free Red Bull, because, you know, I want to be healthy.
I'm not sure the sugar's going to make a big difference with being healthy and
in my
consuming
mind,
Red
in my
Bulls.
mind, in my mind.
Okay, fair.
And then with Shady, the Mio water, which you know, the energy again. I get the energy flavor Mio water. Oh, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. But so yeah, typically cherry or the acai flavor berry.
Anyone not answered
Mio.
yet? Boom, do you answer?
Shooting boom.
I
yeah,
have
Tim
not.
hasn't.
Any sort of alcohol beverage and jerky sticks.
Wow, that's like the go-to. That's like the, if you walked into the gaming
Jerky sticks.
Valhalla, that's
Yep.
what you're gonna have at your station.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
Jerky sticks are something you can eat, and they're not going to be too greasy.
Actually,
you
as
know?
a snack,
Pop
beef
pizza?
jerky's up. I mean, it's not good for you, but it's a lot better than a candy bar or potato chips.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
At
a lot of
least
salt
there's protein to it.
in. Yeah, there's it's meat, but there's a lot of salt. But I mean, you
Yeah.
get more salt in potato chips. Okay, with that in mind, I think VA's segment is over. Nice job, as always. Up next are fake Twitter questions, and these are fake Twitter questions because none of us that I know of have a Twitter account, and therefore no one can
Cough.
submit a Twitter
do.
question.
I
If,
might.
if people want to submit questions to Boom or VA, you're more than welcome to it. They can relay them to me, and we will answer them in a timely fashion. And as always, the people that send in these fake Twitter questions don't exist, but I take all the names from Impractical Jokers. This is from the name game where they have to be a receptionist in a lobby of strangers, and they have to say these names out loud without laughing. But the thing is, most of these names could be a gamer name easily. So they're not like catching us by surprise. It's like, that's not even funny. I saw freaking burnt toast the other day. I mean, it's just stupid stuff out there.
I did a raid with somebody named Eternal Anus.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, jeez.
I've seen Mr. McPeepee out there. It's like, really? I mean, that's the best you could do.
Nice.
You could pick any name in the universe, and you go in with that.
Nice.
And speaking of Impractical Jokers, I saw 2 recent interviews with Joe Gatto and Brian Quinn, and they are both huge gamers. We're talking 50 hours a week gamers. Joe
And
loves
for those of us that do not know who they are?
Look up Impractical Jokers on YouTube.
They
try to
are
embarrass
the
them.
funniest.
They have to say whatever the people in the back tell them to say. They have earpieces. They have to try to embarrass themselves as much as possible.
They're four friends that like prank each other by having them do like stupid stuff to each
really
in
embarrassing
public.
things.
Oh, okay.
Like in public to like unsuspecting people.
Yeah, it's like Jackass, but much more friendly.
Okay.
Joe loves Assassin's Creed. That's his favorite game.
Wow.
And Q is a big into Fallout, to the point where when a new Fallout title comes, he tells the producers, "You can't film for 2 weeks. You're not going to see me for 2 weeks until I'm done with Fallout." the whole sitcom gets put on hold when Fallout comes out.
That's amazing.
Nice.
That's how much of a gamer he
wonderful.
Hey,
And-
I take off the first day of launch, so yeah.
And the camera was in his apartment. He had actual real pinball games behind him and real arcade games, and he had every system known to man for gaming, from Pong on up.
That's
And
impressive.
during the interview, Borderlands and Destiny was mentioned, back to back.
Nice.
Yes. So when they watch this, there's a shout out to him. Okay, so fake Twitter questions. Everyone has to answer. Again, these people are made up by the Impractical Jokers. Henny Cabbagehead asks, "What is your favorite pizza chain?" Selena.
Probably a local place here called Northern Lights Pizza. They do have a couple stores, so
Okay, a chain would be more than one. That's the only.
Yeah, small franchise.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, but they do sell. They probably sell it online. They do sell their garlic, like you know how Papa John's has like the garlic butter thing that they are whatever. The Northern Lights pizza is way better. Has like real like herbs and like spices in there.
Yeah.
And
why
they
is
actually
the crust
sell it.
green, and why do I feel tired after eating it?
Okay, BC.
That would be awesome.
I, sadly enough, just for general pizza, would have to go with Domino's. It seems to be where I order from the most. I will have to say that I do like Donato's, but only the mariachi beef. But if I'm gonna have to go, what's most popular or what I eat the most of, I'm gonna have to go Domino's.
There's no wrong answers.
Philly cheesesteak pizza.
Awesome.
Nice.
Boom.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with Little Caesars.
Yay.
Okay. VA.
I'd say that probably it's probably Pizza Hut, and for me it's the garlic Parmesan chicken with bacon and some tomatoes, and I add spinach to be
Nice. Yeah, I'm going Pizza Hut for a different reason. In my town, from 11 to 1, they have a buffet. And they have all kinds of stuff out there. You can make an amazing salad with every dressing possible. And then they will bring out pieces that you request. I can go up to the counter and go, "Can I get a meat lovers?" They go, 10 minutes, and it comes out. And they have dessert pizzas, and they have chocolate pudding with whipped cream, and it's all for like $7. It's like
That's
nice.
old school Pizza Hut. Those like don't exist everywhere anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't have
that's
Pizza
old
Hut
school.
period in my town anymore. They closed down here.
They used to do that. Like my Pizza Hut where I went to high school used to have a salad bar and chocolate pudding. I definitely
Oh my
remember
God,
chocolate
yeah.
pudding. And they had a jukebox.
Oh, wow. Nickel?
Yeah.
Mine, I actually was pregnant with my son, and shortly after, because I was a stay-at-home mom for a while, and that was like my one weekly treat to myself to get out of the house and look at something other than my infant and the four walls. And I went to the local Pizza Hut buffet.
Nice.
And yeah, it was cheap, it was filling, and they didn't hustle me out so I could read my book and be,
Aw.
you know.
They
it
better
worked.
not. Like pregnant mommy.
No, every fast food chain,
Every right to.
chairs and tables are designed to get you out of there as fast as possible.
Yeah, well, not my
They
every-
almost have spikes on them. I'm sitting on a
You
nail
can have your
here.
purse.
Oh, get the fuck out. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, they shady blew it.
F-bomb was not
Hey, y'all were worried about me.
Wow.
Mark
Yes.
took on the
Y'all worried
calendar.
about me. I feel better about myself. I've been
No
being
kidding,
nice.
right? Doesn't mean you can drop a bunch more.
No, we're done. That was the one slip. Okay.
I'm behaving.
No,
I'm
when it
doing
comes
well.
to the
Next
buffets.
next question. No, next question. We got.
Okay.
We're pushing 45 minutes right now. Actually, we're at 45 minutes. Secret Agent Randy Beans asks, if Destiny did not exist, what game would you be playing right now? Boom, I'm going with you first because you have almost as many hours as I. Not, I mean, half as many, but you have some hours.
I have about the same amount of hours in Destiny 2 as I do in the Dark Souls franchise.
Okay.
So if I didn't play Dark Souls, I would have about almost 6,000 hours on Destiny 2.
So if Destiny didn't exist, would you have 6,000 hours in Dark Souls?
Isn't Dark Souls like hard?
Definitely. No, it's a joke.
Oh, stop it.
Does
Look
this
who you're talking to,
include
Selena.
Bloodborne?
Come on now. Yes, I've platinumed all of them.
Nice.
Damn.
BC?
I have two choices, two options. So I figure it would be either between Ghost of Tsushima or the Metal Gear franchise. Like I love the Metal Gear franchise, so probably one of those.
Valid. Selena? It's
I'd
not going to be
probably
God of
go
War, I
through-
know that.
Yep, it's not gonna be God of War.
There's still,
No
there's
offense,
still
to anyone
echoes
like God
from
of
that.
War. No offense. But no, I'd probably go through the Assassin's Creed games, the majority of them. I would assume, and probably as much as I'm resistant to Ghost of Tsushima, at least until like I wanted it at a severe discount because it's definitely not as pretty as Horizon Zero Dawn.
Agreed.
So,
Okay. VA?
unpopular opinion.
I'd have to say poker, probably either Providence Poker on the PlayStation, or I would just be off the PlayStation and playing poker or puzzle games on the computer. I just don't play a lot of video games these days. I don't have the money or the time.
Okay. This is an odd story because if I knew about Warframe before I knew about Destiny, I would be having a Warframe podcast with 4 of my friends, and I'd have 10,000 hours into Warframe. But I didn't know about it until afterwards.
Well,
Lucky
so
us.
here's the thing. I'll go with that. I played Warframe, but Warframe underwent a lot of changes. I think if you would have got into Warframe at the time you got into Destiny, you wouldn't have liked it.
Yeah, it was so pay to win at first.
It was. My kid showed it to me, and it was like, oh, that's an interesting concept. But yeah.
I remember playing. I actually did play that first before coming to Destiny, and I was, I'd bust out 12 hours a week just trying to get one thing, and then the guy next to me bought it for $19.99.
Ouch.
Okay,
That's the way it
up
goes
next,
in the games.
next question. Denise Fat asks, what was your first big-time noob moment in any game?
Oh, jeez.
BC?
I'm going to stick with Destiny, and I'm going to say my first big-time noob moment in Destiny was when I first bought Destiny. I was so excited for getting it, and I wanted to try content that I couldn't do, and I tried to go into Crota and do the raid without anybody. And
How'd that work out?
That's cute. That's
didn't
cute.
look up any videos, didn't know anything, just
cute.
I cleared the first part where it made the bridge. Well, that took me like 2 times to figure out how to walk across the bridge, and then got into the dark part and proceeded to die a lot.
Yikes.
So yeah,
Selena?
new moment there.
Mine is probably a random Final Fantasy. The first time I got hit with a zombie status, and then tried to heal myself.
Ooh, instant death.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
Womp,
VA?
womp, womp. okay. God, I've been gaming for so long. Um, I actually would probably say one of the more memorable ones was Destiny because this is my first FPS, and it was probably the first time that I went into PvP and just kept finding the enemy with my face because I pop around the corner not watching my radar, or I'd run out of bullets, and I'm right there in the open and I'm reloading and promptly get shot. So I was great at
Bambi's
calling out.
mom.
I was great at calling out the enemy. Hey, there's 4 of them on B. So yeah, that would probably be the one I can remember.
That's
Boom.
useful. It's useful info, though.
It was.
I don't really have a lot of new moments in Destiny, but
Oh, you had to have one.
Oh, it doesn't have to be in Destiny, does it?
Any game, in any game.
Yes. All right.
okay. Probably Bloodborne. The very first time I ever played it, I dodge rolled off the map in the very beginning.
Hey, you gotta see if there's fall damage in any game. You gotta check that.
It wasn't that. I don't know what I was trying to accomplish, honestly, to this day. And I learned that if you press double circle, you dodge roll forward. And
Valid?
that's that.
Which is not necessarily the way you want to go, I guess.
You chose to test that right next to a cliff.
Yeah, that was not the smartest thing in my life to do.
Okay, mine was Destiny 1. I was on Mars, on top of a structure, and I was farming a cave where, like, the Vex would spawn every 10 seconds. So I had my Galahorn ready to go, and another Guardian showed up. This is before I knew how to solo queue. The other Guardian kept getting in front of me, and I got pissed off, and I shot my rocket. I died, he didn't, and he teabagged me for about 30 seconds. Lesson learned.
Wow.
Yeah, that was. Wow, I'm a noob. I gotta do better.
Ouch.
Okay, Jewelry Prizzuto asks, you're on the game show Survivor, and it's the episode where they bring out a family member or a friend to bring you some love. Who's coming for you, and why? BC.
Oh dear.
I'm gonna go with Tardis, my son.
Aw.
And just off the back, it's just gonna be because I want to show him that you could do stuff like this. Like, just put your mind to it, work to it. I made it this far. Let's keep pushing. So it would have to be him.
Selena, I know your answer. It's got to be your sister.
It is
Why?
my sister. It is
But
my
why?
very sweet sister because she is awesome and she would, I don't know, she would just be like my rock, my little rock, my little sister-sized rock.
Who did we
Awesome.
lose?
Boom.
Oh, Shady.
So,
Who's coming to see you on
Shady.
Survivor?
um,
I'm coming back.
I'm gonna have to say it's gonna be a friend. And I can't believe I can only choose one. It would have to be Bad Fanatic or Randall, because I feel like he would be the most passionate to psych me up and just make sure I'm in the right headspace to continue and keep going strong.
Nice.
I got you, VA.
It would probably. Oh, God, I can only pick one. I think it would probably actually, as much as I care for my boyfriend, I think it'd be my son, just because we've been through so much. And, not to be cliche, but he's kind of my reason for living. So, and we share gamers. I'm just very proud that I've raised, such a amazing young man, and we can share geeky stuff, we can share anime, we can share gaming in different
That's
ways,
sweet.
but it's enough that if he says something, I don't glaze over with the I have no idea. And if I go off on my tangent, he kind of goes, okay, I kind of know what you're talking about.
Oh man.
So,
That's cute.
yeah,
Okay. Sweet.
that is precious.
And by the way, everybody watching this episode of Survivor is crying because I grab a tissue when I know it's the love issue episode. I grab a tissue. I don't even fight it anymore. It's like I've watched 40 seasons and I cried every time. So my answer is going to be my daughter. She's 24, just gave me my first granddaughter 6 months ago, but she is a gamer and she is ultra competitive. So if we were doing a task together, we would win because she's that competitive. She would carry me to the win. She would do anything she could to win that whatever the challenge was. Okay, up next, we got Tammy Shehole. She asked, has Destiny changed your life for good or better or both? Boom.
It's gonna have to be both, JD. Crucible makes me hate myself.
Why do you go there?
Because you have to. The developers decided it was a great idea to make Crucible necessary for PvE players.
It's fun once in a while though to shoot things that are smarter than stupid AI.
Nah. But when I'm in PvE, it makes me feel great, especially when I accomplish something. If solo or with a fire team, just makes me feel really great that hey, we did it, we knocked it out, and we can say we won, perfectly. Sometimes perfectly.
Okay. Selena?
What was the question again?
Has Destiny changed your life for good or bad or both?
Yeah, both. Why not? Yeah, because it doesn't matter. Sorry, existential crisis for a moment. No, both, right? Because they're both the same. But yeah, good things. All good things about Destiny. I play Destiny. I enjoy Destiny. I like to shoot things. I told you this so many times, Shady. I just want to shoot things.
I'm not the only one going to be watching this or listening to this, so...
Oh, I'm sorry. I just like to shoot things, and it's a really good game for just wanting to shoot things.
And how is it bad? How has it made your life bad?
Did it say... I thought you said
you
good
did.
or...
You said both.
You said both.
Good,
bad, or both. Okay, what's the bad part?
Oh, good, bad, or... I didn't hear bad in there. I heard good or better.
Okay. You can hear what you want.
I guess I wanted to hear good or better. Okay. Good and better.
That's a valid answer. BC?
I'm going to say all good. Just all GOOD good. Perfect example, this podcast. The reason why we started it, the fact that it's still going. Once again, like I said, when I started D1, I was going through some serious real life stuff, and I met somebody through gaming on Destiny that, to this day we're still, really good friends. Heck, I'd even say I'm gonna say that's my best friend. So.
Oh, thank you.
He's talking about noob.
So I mean,
I know
that's gonna be. It's there's nothing bad about that, and I get to play it with my son. Like my son is super involved in the game. I actually probably wouldn't even have bought this season if it wasn't for my son. So, hey, sounds all good.
Great. VA?
For the most part, I would say definitely it's made my life better. Because, yeah, at first it was something I could do with my son. We don't play together anymore. He's moved on to other games, but through him bringing me into this game, yeah, well,
Destiny's a gateway game.
ADD at its best. But through him bringing me into this game and me joining DoD, Backwater, and now Rocket Sauce, he hit a mental health crisis in 2018, and I had just lost my dad the year before. DoD got me through it, and during 2018, that clan helped keep me sane in between dealing with my son. So I would definitely say it has been better, and now I'm with a gamer boyfriend. So I would say overall Destiny has been good. The bad thing is my house cleaning routine has gone completely down the drain. But honestly, that's probably the worst part of being in Destiny. But overall, I would say that has been a very positive experience since joining the game in 2016.
Okay, I'm going to answer it the bad way. If I had spent as much time on Destiny as I could have learning the piano, I'd be playing at Madison Square Garden in front of
There you
10,000 people.
Priorities.
I'm not even sure 5,000 hours is enough to play.
I have
like
almost
that level,
10,000
my friend.
into the franchise. I am 700 short of 10,000 hours in the franchise. The good thing is, though, I have my accomplishments. It makes my ego get stroked a lot. I got signs up. If anybody besides me ever watches my stream, yeah, there's, you're on it, so you may want to check it out. But yeah, I have a lot of accomplishments in Destiny. But the main thing, have acquired a lot of really good friends, and you guys are all amongst them. And I'm very much an introvert. I have very few real life friends, and that's the way I want it. I don't want someone ringing my doorbell and coming over and going, "I came over to talk." I'm like, I don't want you to be here to talk. I want to go play Destiny. Leave.
Yeah,
Go play Destiny and then join my party. And
Yes,
we can
exactly.
talk
join my
about
party, and
Destiny.
maybe we can talk then. Okay.
Bring your PlayStation, go sit in the other room, and we can talk.
Yeah.
Close the door. I don't want an echo. Close the door.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay. That is the Twitter questions, but last week, Selena and VA, I did have a couple of questions that I expected you guys to be there for, and I wrote them just to have men and women in the same answer, and you guys weren't there. But this segment's probably going to go 10 minutes because it went 10 minutes without the females there. Question number 1, hottest Star Wars character, male or female or both?
I mean,
Star Wars
Han
character
Solo.
or actor? For character?
Han Solo.
Character.
Both. For both.
Oh, darn. Yeah,
Did
I'd
you
have to
land
do
it?
Solo. I'd have to
Hondo
do
and then
Solo as a
Lando. Or
character.
Hondo.
Hondo.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer.
Han and then
That's both of them together.
Yeah. I agree. Han Solo followed kind of closely by particularly
Lando
young
Calrissian.
Lando, especially young Lando.
Yes, young Lando. Not today, Lando. No.
No, I'm talking
Maybe
like
still,
Kristen
maybe
Glover,
still today,
Kristen
Han.
Glover.
Maybe still
Yeah.
today, Han.
Oh, you mean okay? So you mean Childish Gambino? You don't mean Billy
Also
D.
known as
Williams?
Kristen
Oh
Glover,
no!
but yes.
Oh! See, I was talking about back in the day, old school Lando.
Nah, Billy D never quite
Billy
did
D.
it
Williams.
for me, but Harrison Ford until the
He's
last
just
few
so
years
smooth
was still looking
talking.
good.
But yes, you are very. I haven't seen that particular one, so. But yes, Childish Gambino /
Daniel Glover.
Kristen Glover.
No,
Boom, you got a female?
Danny.
No, it's not.
Hottest
Daniel
female
Glover
chick in
is
Star
an
Wars?
Older guy.
Donald. Thank you, Donald Glover.
Donald Glover. Oh,
Donald. We're
Donald
all like,
Glover. There we go.
I know, we're all wrong. Donald Glover.
Donald
there's
Glover.
there's freaking old school. I'm getting too old for this poop.
Stuff. Yeah. Who was actually no relation to him, which is really funny.
What's that?
I'm gonna have to say Daisy Ridley
Okay.
Okay.
Yes. She's fun.
as Rey in
Nice.
Star Wars.
Okay, nice.
Okay.
So yeah, I went old school. I went Princess Leia in New Hope.
In
No
the-
bra.
Oh, I mean, yeah,
and
she's,
in the
she's
bikini.
definitely.
tethered
Yep.
by Jabba. Come on.
I prefer in the white dress with no bra.
Yes.
The little white roby dress
I
with no
do.
bra.
I kind of do too.
Yep.
And a couple of us went Han Solo, and then BC brought up Lando Calrissian, and like, yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay, next question we asked, expecting females to be involved in the podcast, was how does Star Wars, male or female or both?
You mean Star Trek?
Star Trek.
Yeah, sorry, Star Trek. Yes.
We just did that.
I was gonna say Star Wars.
I knew I heard it somewhere. Star Trek.
Vodka
Oh.
much, yes?
You started late.
Everybody on the Star Trek: The Next Generation cast, I would bone the girls, the guys, the androids, the freaking Especially the androids. Brent Spiner in the makeup, not in like the creepy like Independence Day character where he's the weird scientist with the long shaggy hair or whatever. But Data. Yes, please.
Data was packing. He was
Data was
correct.
Tasha Yar, like she got it good from Data. Who else got it good from Data? Somebody else got it good from Data too. That was like in the cast. But anyway, in like an alternate universe, I think. But anyway, yes, everybody.
Yeah,
Geordi,
I'd agree,
Will Riker, especially Lieutenant or Captain Picard. Oh my God.
He could talk you into it. He could talk you into it.
Oh my God. Beard. With the beard, though. You have to have the beard. I'm sorry, Will Riker. With the beard. You have to keep the beard. Keep your beard. Counselor Troy will be over there being like, coaching him because she knows what's in my head. Freaking Dr. Crusher will be like shooting me up with a hypo spray of some freaking like ecstasy. Like, yes.
Okay, Selena. Holy crap.
We did 20 minutes on this last week.
Selena went hard in the paint. She's like, oh no, Deanna's got to be there because she's going to tell you what's in my head.
We did 20 minutes on this last week with a 16-year-old in the party.
That's funny.
Okay, when it
I
comes
tend to agree most of TNG, but also 7 of 9 from Voyager.
Yeah, that's
very right.
I wanted to go Counselor
I'd be so
Troy
self-conscious the whole time.
in the first season because he wore that short dress.
Yeah.
Amazing, but then when 7 and 9 showed up, that as I said last week, God high-fived angels after he made that, so I finally got it right.
And the little eye thingy, I don't know, it's weird, but it makes her hotter.
It makes her hotter because she's not perfect.
Like, she's still part
she's like
Borg.
9.9% perfect.
Yeah.
She's not 10. She's a 9.9.
Still part Borg. They couldn't remove that part of the Borg from her.
But she's also aged well. That's the other thing.
Oh yeah, she looks great. Yeah.
Not everybody has aged well from any of those casts, but she's one of them has managed to cheat the aging gods. So. Well, that didn't take me 20 minutes.
It took like 15. Okay.
Boom hasn't answered yet.
Has anyone not answered the Star Trek question?
Think that would be Boom.
I answered last week.
Here's the thing. I don't think I've ever watched Star Trek. Except for, like, the most recent new one.
Discovery?
Okay. Alright.
But I will say...
Anyone who's been listening to us for the last hour and a half just left.
I will say I do know some of the cast in the older ones. I'm gonna have to say Famke Janssen, whatever her name is.
She wasn't.
Is that from Deep Space Nine or
no?
Generation.
She's not in. No, who she play?
I like the chick that played Dax on
because Famke Janssen is only 44 years old, and so when Star Trek Next Generation was on 30 years ago, she'd have been 15.
She could have been in Deep Space Nine or Voyager, or she could
Are you thinking of the Doctor?
Movies.
No, it says Star Trek Next Generation actresses.
Well, she must have done a guest spot. She was not a regular.
No.
Definitely not a regular.
I would imagine so, but I really liked her as Jean Grey. She's Jean Grey in X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yes.
She's super attractive.
Were you going, I have no idea who the actress is?
Yep. I have no idea. Hey, that's okay, because that happened with me.
Is hot. Mm-hmm.
That happened with me with Star Wars last week. The chick that I picked in Star Wars, nobody knew who she was. I couldn't think of her. She was one of the. What's her? Katie Marie Tran.
Oh yeah. That played Rose.
See, you guys know her.
Okay, I know her, but I also, in my defense though, I also go to cons. I went to Creation Cons when those were still a big thing. I've been to Dragon Con. When they come back up, I'm going to Wizard Cons and Heroes and Villains. So,
oh, nice.
You know, yes, I have my Trekker card. I've met a great many. I got to meet DeForest Kelley before he died. I've met James Doohan a couple times before he died. I met George Takei. I have met most of the Star Wars cast up to the Enterprise level, and I haven't met any Discovery yet.
Yeah. You said Star
I
Wars.
said Star Wars. Okay, well, I've met a bunch of Star Wars people, too.
And I thought I was bad for not even knowing the show.
Yeah. But Anthony Daniels, oh my God, he has got some of the raunchiest and funniest sense of humor. I don't know if it's because he's a Brit or just him, but he's hilarious. But yeah, that's kind of why I know. It's like a Pam Jameson in Next Generation. So, but yeah.
Wow, okay. That ends the Fate Twitter questions and the reprise. I just knew you girls wanted to weigh in on this because it's not going to go up again because we already did it. I just gave you a chance to weigh in, and that was a good 10 minutes of more Star Wars and Star Trek. Okay, up next are the stats from last week, and they're down, and I think I know why. The past 3 weeks, we were at 140 and over 200 2 weeks ago. Last week, we were at 80 views. One comment from Dredd talking about education, but we did have 4 likes, and for the first time, Selena, no dislikes. So thank you for not disliking my feed.
Stop it.
The reason
I'm so
why
mad I just bit my lip.
the reason why our views were down, ladies, because neither one of you were on the podcast. I firmly believe.
For shame.
I firmly believe that the female aspect of the podcast doubles our views. I'm serious. We will find out in the coming week when this podcast airs with 2 females. If we hit over 200 again, it's going to be confirmed. And with that in mind, I have a business model for you 2 guys, 2 girls. Selena VA, I'm going to tax you with making your own podcast about anything. If it wants to be about Destiny, be like the girls of Destiny or the Guardian Girls. Try to get
there you go.
Try to get
you
a
get
third
your
female.
Facebook friends in it.
I caveat that with after I move. I am moving next month, so.
And I'm also offering myself and BC are willing, and probably Boom willing to be guests on your podcast because I think it would be successful.
I'll be a ghost host.
I like the idea.
You got to find a time where you can all show up. But I do have a public service announcement. 2 of my recent videos that I posted had been attacked by a computer scam. If you get a view on your video that starts with V as in Victor, O as in Oscar, N as in Nancy, dot anything, LOL, dot black. It's a computer scam to try to steal your information. If you get VOM as in Mary, same thing. It's a scam. I had 2 on my last 3 videos posted. I did the research, and YouTube said, "Ooh, no, don't click on that link. You need to go to the link and go to the right. You'll see 3 dots, vertical dots. Click on that and hit report, and then it'll be reported to YouTube, and the comment will be erased." So that's a
gotcha.
I
don't click on strange links anyways.
Well,
right.
I try to give people that I know a thumbs up or whatever and reply to them, but I was like, what the heck is VON? Like, what was that stand for something? And I did the research and it said, oh, it's a scam on YouTube. Okay, here's the outro. Where can we find everybody? BC?
Well, since we've got this new sponsor, I'm going to work on getting that and seeing if it's something that I can set up personally. If not, then soon I will have a separate YouTube channel just for the stream.
Excellent. Selena?
You can find me on YouTube, which I am currently on. Hello, everybody. 2 people all by person. It's only 1 person. Hi, Dan, probably. YouTube, Selena Kyle, 1981. Thank you.
VA?
You can find me on Twitch or YouTube at VA_witch, which is also my PSN handle. So.
Nice. Boom?
Sometimes you can find me on Twitch, Boom Shakalaka, just like my PSN username.
Okay.
I hope.
I am ShadyVale35. Cleverly, you can find me at YouTube on ShadyVale35. No space between the letters and the numbers. But the clan has spoken. We are done. Great episode, people. I'd like to have everyone come back next week. And if you can't, let me know ahead of time so we can figure out what's going on and get a substitute. But I prefer this lineup. And if anyone has an idea for a guest for next week, hey, just bring it up. BC's in charge of the booking, but if you have someone that you're talking to them about, hey, I'm on a podcast. That's really cool. Like, you want to be a guest? And yeah, sure, we'll hook them up. We haven't had a bad guest yet. Thanks, Boom. I appreciate it. VA, thank you very much. Selena, thank you so much. I appreciate you. How about a meow meow to come out to set us off? Come on, something positive. There you go, BC. Thank you very much, BC.